Everybody knows what Stonehenge looks like. What we don't know so much about is what it is. I'm Mike Parker Pearson, and I'm a professor of archaeology at University College London, and I've been researching Stonehenge for over 20 years. More than 5,000 years ago, the people of ancient Britain became increasingly interested in the movements of the sun and the moon, and they built these into the plans of their most important monuments. The most famous of these is the Great Stone Circle of Stonehenge. Stonehenge is set with an axis towards the northeast, and that is directly aligned on midsummer solstice sunrise, where the sun rises on the longest day of the year in June. And then in the opposite direction, 180 degrees, that faces towards mid-winter sunset. So there is this very important solstice orientation. Why is it there? What has been a big surprise was to discover that Stonehenge started off as a cemetery. Over 100 people were buried at Stonehenge for the first 500 years of its use. Stonehenge was a place of the dead. They must have thought this was the center of the world, the center of their universe, where the sun and the earth were in some kind of cosmic harmony. So the stones maybe represent the dead, or even embodying the ancestors, the other great religious force in their lives, because only from the ancestors had life continued amongst the living. Stonehenge, as we know, is built out of huge stones, some of them up to 9 meters high. There's an outer ring, and the stones have uprights with lintels on the top of them. And then inside is an arrangement of 5 trilithons, 2 uprights and a lintel on top. This is a unique way of building a Stonehenge. Of the more than 900 in the whole of Britain and Ireland, this is the only one. The stones were brought from far away, and they were shaped when they reached Stonehenge. And we know this was the work of hundreds, maybe thousands of people with hammer stones, bashing on the stones to get a nice flat surface. And then they had to put them up. So with levers and ropes to place the base of the stone in a deep pit, and then very gradually raise the stone. And then they had to lift the lintels from the ground, and these weighed more than 4 tons, right up in the air to go on top of those uprights. One of the most extraordinary engineering efforts anywhere in the prehistoric world. Ancestors were very important in these early farming societies because this was how people related to each other, because you needed lots of people to come together for particular moments, the ploughing, the harvesting. And to do that, you had to reach out to people in many different areas. And to do that, you go back through time. You say, who are all the descendants of my great-great-grandparents? And you gather them round because they are your kin. They are linked by the ancestors. So that reliance on the ancestors becomes really important in agricultural societies, because it's through them that they create the bonds that form the society of the living. So the monuments provide the social glue which keeps society together. Stonehenge wasn't a single monument of a single moment. It was continually revisited, rebuilt We have 5 stages of construction over more than 1,000 years. And of course, today, it still continues to have a purpose, that people come there in their thousands to visit it. So maybe it's unfolding through time and way into our future as well.